What's up guys, Karl Thomas here, and today something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about what DJs have been getting up to over the past 9 or 10 months. I actually can't believe that we haven't been able to DJ at events or in the traditional sense for coming up to a year now. Now, first and foremost, a little bit of a disclaimer. This is not some kind of political video about how I feel the situation has been managed here, about different sectors and all of that kind of stuff. All I want to talk about today is what DJs have been getting up to from talking with my network and finding out about how people have coped throughout this whole situation. So really just sharing some stories with you about that kind of thing rather than the whole, you know, this has been done well, this hasn't been done so well, all of that kind of stuff. So first and foremost, just to kick things off, in terms of me, YouTube, what you're seeing right now on screen is what I've been doing over lockdown. I always felt like I never really had the time to do it before. I do have an additional job that I do. I don't really talk about it a lot, so it's an additional revenue stream for me. I'm really fortunate that I've got that. And then since DJing kind of stopped, I wanted to learn a new skill, always wanted to do it, but never found the time. So I thought, what a perfect opportunity to start. I don't really want to make this video about me, so that's all I will say on the matter of myself. A couple of friends of mine own event companies, so what have they been getting up to? So two events companies that I want to mention specifically is STLS Events and also Fusion Sound and Light, and they provide sound and lighting solutions to a number of different events over the course of a year. Normally, whether it be weddings and supplying lighting and a sound system, right the way through to providing sort of festivals and larger scale events, cinemas, theatres, and also as well they do installations, long-term hires into venues, a whole broad range of services catering specifically for events. And in terms of how they've had to adapt, and what's been really great to see is they've kind of turned their hand to the events that are still allowed to take place. So for example, STLS Events, I know that they've been providing video equipment to churches, religious establishments and schools, so that has enabled them to live stream lessons and religious services to the people at home, which has been really good to see. They've also done a lot of corporate work as well, and it's something that I think they've always been able to do, but I guess there hasn't been as much demand for it, and they've really kind of ramped up the volume in terms of these types of events that they're doing, and they have event staff that actually are on hand enabling businesses to stream to their audience. So that's corporate, religion, schools as well, which is really great to see. And at the back end of last year, STLS also supplied equipment to do drive-in events. So you've probably seen that drive-in cinemas have kind of made a resurgence here in the UK, and then also as well at Christmas time there were drive-in carol services as well. So they've supplied and had staff at these events, as these are the only types of events that have been allowed to take place. Now in terms of other DJs, of course, a lot of DJs have taken their club nights and put them online in the form of live streams, entertaining people at home, and there have been a number of people that live stream even to this day on a regular basis. So really good to see that they've kind of kept the consistency going there with live streams, and trying to keep some kind of DJing entertainment going throughout the lockdown period, which has been really positive. Now, live streaming on a consistent basis hasn't been for everyone, which is completely understandable. There's actually one DJ that comes to mind who's completely gone in a different direction during the last sort of 12 months and really taking advantage of that summer when we first had all of these restrictions, and he's actually opened his own car valet and detailing business. Now, he's always had a passion for cars, he's always had a passion for sort of car care, detailing, you know, the really premium products that care for cars. But I think, like many of us, we don't really have time when we're kind of getting on with normal life, but as life has been pretty much switched upside down, he's now had an opportunity to explore that business. And over the course of the last year, and even now as we move into winter, he's going out every day and providing an absolutely exceptional service valeting cars with premium products. The attention to detail is second to none, and to be honest, I can only ever see his business growing, especially as he gets into the more detailing aspects of car care. So fair play to him. As I say, I don't know if he wants to be mentioned specifically here, so I'm not going to mention his name, but yeah, that's going to be a really solid business moving forward, I am sure. In terms of other DJs, there's a chap that I know called Craig Riverside, and he's actually used the time to start investing in the stock market, so taking advantage of the stock market dip back in March last year, and use that time to really build up a solid investment portfolio. And now he's passing on his knowledge of the stock market and his investments onto others. I've included a link to his Patreon below, and no lie, I'm a part of it. There's no obligation obviously to join, but he's turned £100 initial investment into a £10,000 portfolio in literally the space of 9 months, which has been really, really good to see. So he's obviously used the time to do that research, to really get an active interest in these organizations and to make solid investing decisions. But if you want to find out more, there's more information in the description. In addition to that, I know loads of DJs that have taken on delivery driving jobs using their vans, which normally transport their equipment, and taking full advantage of the increase in online ordering, because I know companies like Amazon and delivery companies have been screaming out for drivers. So it's great to see that they are putting their assets to good use in terms of earning an income. So that's just a little bit of a snapshot there, guys, in terms of what DJs have been doing during their time in lockdown. Will we see people moving into these other businesses on a more full-time basis, even when clubs and events come back? Only time will tell. Let me know what you've been up to if you are a DJ during the whole lockdown period in the comments below. If you like this type of thing, please do give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.